Hi, this is Pastor Josh here with another devotional. Sorry I wasn't able to get one out last week. I just had a lot of things come up and wasn't able to get the time to do one. Also, I've been thinking about moving away from doing devotionals that are focusing on what we're talking about on Sunday, and moving more towards doing a separate series through the devotionals. And so I think we're going to try that, and we're going to be starting in Proverbs, simply because that book works really well as devotionals. Lots of small sections that are just providing wisdom and giving good advice that we can follow to be more Christ-like, to be more godly. So we're going to start just with Proverbs chapter 1, verse 1. I'm going to read a few verses out of that, talk about it for a moment, and I'll let you go. So Proverbs 1, verse 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel, for gaining wisdom and instruction, for understanding words of insight, for receiving instruction in prudent behavior, doing what is right and just and fair, for giving prudence to those who are simple, knowledge and discretion to the young. Let the wise listen and add to their learning, and let the discerning get guidance, for understanding proverbs and parables, the sayings and riddles of the wise. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. So these first few verses are just laying out the purpose of this compilation of proverbs and sayings and just wisdom from many different people. And this first portion is straight from Solomon, who is the son of David. And for those of you that aren't familiar with Solomon, or maybe just don't remember this part of his story, on the night that Solomon was crowned king, God came to him in a vision and asked him, or told Solomon he can ask for anything. And what Solomon chose to ask for was wisdom. And so God just gave him all the wisdom that he could ever need. Solomon didn't always use it well. He didn't always use it wisely, which is a little ironic. But he did share much of that wisdom in these Proverbs. And so based off what we know in other books of the Bible, we know that this is wisdom. It's not very earthly. This wisdom is more godly than earthly. And so it's something that we need to be reading and studying and listening to. And so it lays out, no matter what walk of life you come from, no matter what your situation is, your age, your experience, everybody can get more wisdom. If you're already old and wise, you can add to your learning. And if you're young, then you can start getting it. And then it just concludes with really the first bit of wisdom. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. So right there in verse 7, Solomon lays out, he goes, if you want knowledge, if you want wisdom, if you want to be instructed in what is right, the start of that is to fear God, is to understand your place, that God is above all, and we are meant to serve him. And that is the beginning of knowledge. And only fools will despise wisdom and instruction. So this week, I pray that we would all learn to fear God and know that he loves us, but that he is still the Almighty. He is still in control of everything. He is over us. And I also pray that we would not despise wisdom, and that we would work to serve for God's purpose and for his glory and to build his kingdom up. So thank you. Go in peace.